Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another review of Divorce Attorney Shin. I find it so interesting that the two divorce cases that are dealt with in this episode involves two abusive husbands. Now, one of them he lies a lot, mixing in with facts, but he mostly lies a lot, and that's abusive. If that's not abusive, I don't know what is. And the other one, well, he's seen as abusive since the public already know about his case, but in reality, he's lied to and cheated on. And side note, I think the mother-in-law has nothing to do with Jua's death. So let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to it. Alright, so I'm just going to skip over the two-faced husband, the one who lies a lot, only because we didn't get much info on that. I'm pretty sure we're going to get more of it in future episodes. So I'm just going to focus on the Vietnamese wife case. Now, the public knows about the case, and the public knows that Attorney Shin is working on the case thanks to him sort of revealing it when he was on a podcast. Now, according to the Vietnamese wife's story, she told her husband that she wanted a divorce so she can go back to Vietnam. He went crazy and she left home. She came back home, told him again, and this is where she said her husband struck her with a stick. That's why she has a cast on her left arm. Now, Attorney Shin thinks this is weird. She left Vietnam in the first place because she had so many siblings. So why go back now and give up her permanent residency? It was later revealed by a store clerk that he once said this to Mr. Ma, the proclaimed abusive husband, to keep an eye on his wife because she's young. Mr. Ma has been increasing his workload so he can support his wife's family in Vietnam. And the store clerk once saw the wife drinking beer with another guy. Now, during the court session, Attorney Shin asked the wife, is the son really Mr. Ma's son? And we get a little bit of a flashback during a private conversation between Yusok and the wife. And it's revealed that the son is not Mr. Ma's son. The real father, the wife thinks that he fled to Vietnam, which makes sense why she wanted to go back. And this is where Attorney Shin announced that he wants a DNA test. So, things are getting really interesting now. Great episode. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the first divorce case where the husband is not really at fault. I mean, the wife had a fling with somebody else and wanted to go back to Vietnam to find him, but also trying to get a divorce. So Mr. Ma is really not at fault. Well, with the whole stick and the casting, I'm not sure. He could be at fault at that. But yeah, I think this could be the first. Now, talking about the mother-in-law, I don't think she has anything to do with Jua's death. Only because she confronted her son about banning his child to see his uncle. And she doesn't even know why. I mean, I get it. The dad wants to protect his family. His family is his number one priority. But banning your son to see his uncle is not it. And the mother-in-law actually brought Gyeong to see his uncle. But what sucks was Youngju went to Attorney Shin's house and got him. It wasn't even a whole day. Probably maybe 2 hours or something. Jun's spy position gets more funnier and more interesting. At first, I thought it was just Attorney Shin knows that he's spying on him, so he's gonna let him continue. He knows he's getting paid, use that money to buy food and whatnot. But when Jun revealed that Attorney Shin knows that he's spying on him to Youngju and Yusok, I thought, okay, we just went a step backward. But no, it's just another plan to have Jun tell them that Attorney Shin knows, but they don't know that he does know that it's a plan. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the episode in my review. Is there anything I might have missed? Please leave it in the comments below. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.